Hello, and welcome to Food Fusion, the podcast where we mix food, lifestyle, travel, and commentary into one delicious experience. I'm your host, Charles Matheson, and today's episode is packed with inspiration and flavors. Today, I'm diving into the magic of mobile cocktail parties, my rediscoveries with wine and coffee, drinks, and my latest food cycle, featuring ground chicken and Aloha bread. Plus, I have got an incredible deal to share with you. It's called the Passport to Bushwick, which will have you exploring Brooklyn with 30 drinks in your hand. So let's jump in. So, this past New Year's, I did a mobile cocktail party. And I was inspired by an acquaintance of mine who does mobile cocktail parties. So let's say you're having a party and you need to have a bartender. You don't want to have to bother with the drinks. My friend, she brings the drinks to you and you get to have your party. I'm going to look up her Instagram and see if I can put that in the description for the podcast. So I met up with some old friends of mine I've known for over 20 years, and I brought my mini bar in my bags. And so the contents were vodka and bourbon, and the drinks I made some salty dogs, and a salty dog is grapefruit juice, vodka with a salted rim, Moscow Mules, that's made with bourbon, lime juice, and craft ginger beer. And then I also made some Cosmopolitans, and that's made with vodka, triple sec, lemon juice, and then some cranberry juice for color. And my friends then, they also had brought some cocktails to the mix, and they brought some grenadine and Baileys. So it was really spontaneous, it was creative, and I really liked that we were all able to contribute to something, and just the whole concept of just bringing the party to the party. I thought that was just so cool. That was my first mobile party, and I plan to do more in the future. I've been rediscovering wines. Yeah, I've been rediscovering wines, Mr. Cocktail. And I guess it's weekday wine drinking. There's that term day drinking. I guess there's now weekday wine drinking. And I've gotten into wine through a friend of mine named Sean, and he's really, really into wine and cider. And the wines I've been drinking in the last, I guess this is my drink cycle. The wines I've been drinking are Sauvignon Blanc and Zinfandel. So what I like about Sauvignon Blancs is that they're not too dry, they're not too sweet, they're just really balanced. And then the Zinfandel, I forgot where, but recently I had a rosé. And the white Zinfandel I recently finished, was a Barefoot brand. And when I had it recently, I just thought, oh my goodness, this is really good. I really up until that time, did not really consider rosé a drink that I would ever buy. I always think of rosé as something one has in the summer, and definitely not something that Charles drinks. But I just rediscovered it, and I really like it. And so those are my two wines that I am drinking right now. And what I like about wine is just that it's really good for after the workday. It's really chill. It doesn't like go straight to my head like beer, like good beer rather. Let me say that good beer, like Brooklyn Lager brand IPAs or like cocktails. And I'm not hitting on my cocktails. You know, if you watch my YouTube channel, I love cocktails. I love beer. However, sometimes just like wine after work is such like a chill thing to do, and I really like it. I can remember when I was in my 20s and 30s, there was a wine by the name of Rene Junot. And I believe it's a blend wine, and it's like it's sold in I think half a gallon bottles. And I can remember so many Friday nights after work, and the friends that I was rolling with at the time were all teachers, and we would just like roll at my place or at another teacher's house and just drink bottles and bottles of Rene Junot. And it was just super chill. And I really like that. And I just like get into that mood when I drink wine, and I just like get artsy and creative. And so I definitely recommend finding a drink that suits your sensibilities for after work and just chill with that. Now let's talk coffee. Like coffee is for me like it's a very big part of my life. I associate it with a lot of things. And I've rediscovered cafe latte. And a cafe latte is a espresso with foamed milk and no, actually with steamed milk and some foam. And I have a frother, which I don't use all the time. So I guess in this drink cycle, I dusted off my frother, and I am now drinking coffee lattes with the steamed milk and the foam. And so what I really like about well, let me back up. So for me, using the frother is like so luxurious. And I say luxurious because after I make I steam up the hot milk. I put the milk in the microwave, and then I put it inside the froth, and then I have to pump up the milk to give it the froth. And so it's extra work. So it's like I have to wash out the frother after I make it. So it's kind of like for me luxurious. So I've been busting out the frother, and kind of just makes my espresso a little more special. And so I recommend you get one. Even if you can't use it all the time like myself, it really makes a difference. Like it just elevates the coffee drinking experience. So I'll put a link in the description for this episode for a frother, the frother that I use, or if it's not available, a good frother that you can use for yourself. Now, on the food front, my current obsession in my food cycle, when I say food cycle, I mean what I've been eating for the last 2 weeks to 2 months is ground chicken. What I like about ground chicken is that it's lean, it's versatile, and works in a lot of dishes. So lately, I've been making this recipe from the New York Times cooking section. It's called lemony Greek chicken, spinach, and potato stew. And it's a very comforting soup that one can have anytime, I think, not just in the wintertime. It's made with garlic, oregano, and broth, and it's just really, really balanced and it's hearty at the same time, and it's very easy to make. On the lighter side, with ground chicken, I've been making Thai ground chicken lettuce wraps. And you can put anything in a lettuce wrap. And with this lettuce wrap, I make it Thai style, and I add ingredients like ginger, lime juice, hoisin sauce, and Thai red chili. And that Thai red chili, you listen to me, you know I love Thai red chili. It's just really, really good. The lettuce with the pairing of the lettuce with the ground chicken is just really, really great. And it's really just like a great snack to have. And if you want to make it like a meal, you can have like 3 or 4 of them. And I use romaine lettuce with it. Romaine lettuce can hold meat. Then there's Aloha bread. And Aloha bread has become my go-to bread recently. And I use it for sliders. And so a slider is just a small sandwich. And I make a smash burger. So a smash burger is you get your ground beef and then you smash it really, really flat as you fry it or you grill it. And so what I do is I will make several smash burgers and then I'll put it in the fridge and then have them throughout the week. And so I'll top it with lettuce, pickles, ketchup, relish, red onion. And it's very simple and very, very satisfying. Also with the Aloha bread, sometimes I'll have like a mini hero, so to speak. So I'll put like some deli turkey on it, lettuce, red onion, relish, mayonnaise, mustard, the works. It's kind of like what I'll do. I'll also put like a toothpick through it, and it's kind of like maybe like a 2 to 3 bite sandwich, oversized. It's really good and a lot of fun. Finally, I want to share with you something called the Passport to Bushwick, and it looks like it's supposed to look like a passport, and in it, it's a book that gives you 30 drinks at bars throughout Bushwick. Bushwick is a neighborhood here in Brooklyn, and it's really become, it is like the new it neighborhood here in Brooklyn. And I've had it before. And what you do is you bring it to one of 30 bars, and then you show them your passport, and they'll give you a free drink. And it's a lot of fun because you get to go to like 30 bars in Bushwick, and you get a free drink. So this time I bought 2 of them so I can do it with a friend. So some of the bars that you can bring the passport to are Our Wicked Lady, Hank's Bar, Vacations Bar, and just I'm gonna put a link to it. And if you happen to live in Brooklyn or New York City, or you're gonna be coming here, click on the link and buy it. I do not get any money from it, but I have used it and it's a lot of fun. I think you will really appreciate getting all those nearly free drinks, and maybe buy 2 like myself so you could do it with a friend. So that's it for Food Fusion today. Thank you for listening. Share with your friends, bookmark this channel, subscribe, all of that stuff. I really appreciate it. And I hope you are inspired. And I will see you next time. Cheers.